In this video, we're going to learn how to use the DSLR booth software that goes with your selfie booth. The first thing we need to do is to make sure that the photo booth is connected to Wi-Fi. After connection is established, you can go ahead and launch the software. Wait for it to load, and once it's open, click on New Event. Give a name to it, and launch it. On the upper right corner of the screen, you will see the camera information. If for some reason this tab says something like "Searching for cameras," that means your camera is not properly connected and you will need to troubleshoot to find the problem. It can simply be that your camera is turned off. Next to the Camera tab, you will see the Events tab, which allows you to navigate all the events you've created. You can also create new events from that tab. On the opposite corner, you will find the Settings. The Settings General tab will display all the stats, which indicate all the information that has been submitted. If you see any pending marks on any of the rows, it means that such information has not been sent yet due to network issues. But as soon as you're connected to a reliable Wi-Fi network, this information will be pushed out. If you scroll down, you will find Booth Mode to choose the preferred settings for the outcome of your photos. You can choose if you want captures on your photos, or if you want to create GIFs, boomerangs, or videos. Underneath Booth Mode, you will find other options, including a security pin, which we highly recommend using to keep your photo booth protected once you lock the screen. Then there's the Directory, which is where all your pictures will be saved. By default, all pictures are saved in your computer's Pictures folder, but you can browse and choose another pathway if you wish. At the same time, you can also do real-time export to send your pictures to Dropbox or any other file hosting service by entering the pathway in the space provided. Next to the General settings, you will find the Camera settings. In this tab, you can change any options related to your camera. Then we have the Display settings, where you can fully customize your start screen image and many other display settings such as button colors, among others. In this part, you will also find Capture Screen, where you can customize the countdown before a photo is taken. You can also customize the Sharing Screen feature as well. So, you can freely explore and play around with this section to find the setting preferences that work best for you. Next to Display, we have the Effects tab, which includes the beauty filters that you can use to smoothen out the skin according to your preferences. The higher the number, the smoother the skin will appear to be. All filters can be enabled and disabled from this tab, and you can also choose whether you want them to be applied automatically or if you want the user to choose the filters. If you ask users to choose, you have to present a couple of options for them to choose from. And if you decide to do automatic filters, you can choose a set filter that will be used with any given photo until you change the settings again. In the Effects section, you can also explore digital props and watermarks to ensure each picture depicts your uniqueness while keeping your work protected. Next, we have the GIFs tab. For the use of GIFs, we highly recommend choosing the large size option for better quality. And for boomerangs, we recommend choosing the length of 2 seconds. In this part, you can also upload overlays that can be applied to GIFs and boomerangs. Just make sure you design these files on a transparent background because they are going to be overlaid. There's also a Video tab and a Virtual Attendant tab, which we will skip for the purpose of this video since there's not much use in them. Then there's the Survey tab, where you can create surveys for users to respond after they finish their sessions. But we're going to skip it since we're not using it that much. Now we can go to the Sharing tab. In this section, we highly recommend you to enter the email address that you want to use as your sender's address. You can edit the body of the message as well as the subject, and this will be the default email that you will send to your users. There's also an option to use Twitter, which we usually keep disabled as there aren't many people using it. The next important setting in the Sharing tab is the SMS option. To use this option, you need to set up a Twilio account. Once you have your account, you will create a phone number and you will enter that information in the space provided. Lastly, we have the Facebook page sharing option, which we will also keep disabled. You can also enable the QR code, so each image taken can be shared through a secure code. The next tab is the Printing tab, which is very important since it's the one that you'll be using a lot. When you click on Printing Preferences, you will be able to choose the paper size that best fits your needs. Make sure to pay attention to the numbers inside the brackets to choose the most appropriate size. For demonstration purposes, I will choose the 4x6 option, which is a commonly used printing size. After choosing the size, just click OK, and then Print, and it will save these settings. You can go back and forth and change the printing settings as you wish. There are plenty of other printing settings that you need to pay attention to. There's Print Automatically, which we usually turn off since it enables users to automatically get prints after each session. And then there's the option to show and hide the Print button, which allows users to choose how many to print by clicking on it. You can also limit the number of prints per session or per event. So these are all the settings. To go back to the main menu, just click on Launch Event. Now we can move to the Template tab. In this part, you will set up the overall look of your photos and prints. You can start by creating a new template. And to create a new template, you will be given some preset layouts of different sizes and orientations to get started. Let's choose the 4x6 horizontal layout for demonstration purposes. On the left side, you will see the layout settings, and on the right side, you will find the layers, which you can move around and edit to change the look of your template. Now let's try the 2x6 template. If you don't change the layout settings after changing the template, then your images will be printed on a 4x6 paper and they'll be cut in half. So if you don't want that to happen, make sure you change the layout size to 2x6 and then check the box that enables to print 2 per page. Once your template is ready, you can export it as a zip file to a desired destination in your device. Then, you can open the software in any other laptop and import this zip file to use the template that you just created. You can also print some test copies to see how they look. Now to go back to the software's main menu, just click on Open Photo Booth. The next tab we're going to review is the green screen. To use this feature, you need to actually use a green backdrop. Enable the effect by clicking On. Then, by clicking on Add Background, and then Add Media, you can upload any image that you want to use as a digital backdrop. Next, it's important to adjust the camera settings. For that, we go to the Tools tab, and then to the DSLR camera settings. Here we have 4 settings that we can adjust: shutter speed, aperture, ISO, and white balance. We usually don't touch the shutter speed, but we do usually adjust the aperture and the ISO to improve the image's exposure. There will be another video to help you understand how to properly adjust lighting for your pictures. A higher ISO will make the images look flatter, so we don't recommend going beyond the 800 mark. A higher exposure will make images darker. We don't recommend going beyond the 16 mark. And if you need to make the images lighter, then you can decrease the exposure. We don't recommend going lower than 5.6. And again, a lower ISO will make images darker, and a higher ISO will make them lighter. It works in the opposite direction of the aperture. These are the settings we recommend for your camera. And when it comes to white balance, you can explore the options and choose the one that best matches the look you're going for. But it will also depend on the backdrop you have, so you'll have to find the option that best matches the look and tone of your backdrop. You can click on the camera icon to take some test shots and see how it looks. Once you have your settings ready, click on Close and go back to the main menu. Now you can click on that lock icon in the upper right corner to go to the full screen view. You will then have the print and boomerang options here. When you click on print, the camera will take 4 pictures, and that will be based on the template that you created. And that's how you use the Photo Booth software.